We have a circle here with center C, coordinates HK. Points A and B are on the circle. So let me draw a circle here. Center is C. Point A has coordinates H plus 1 and K plus root 102. That means that A is a little bit to the right and then quite a bit higher than C. So that means A is going to be somewhere around here. And then angle ACB is a right angle. So I could make it either side. I'm just going to put it right here on this side. And that gives me, if I draw the line straight out there, that gives me 90 degrees there. And says, what is the length of AB? The length of AB is just the straight line distance. And you notice that here we have a right triangle. This is what we're trying to find. And we know that we have the radius for both of those legs of the right triangle. So if we can find the radius, then we can find the length. Well, we actually have this information here, and that means I can create a right triangle by going directly to the right and directly down from A. And that right triangle, if I bring this out over here, that's going to look like this. And so again, that's going to be C and A. Since C is at HK and A is at H plus 1, K plus root 102, that means that this bottom leg here has to equal 1. Because to go from this point here, which is at H on the horizontal, to H plus 1, that means that the distance between those things is just 1. Likewise, if I go from K, the vertical distance, to K plus 1, K plus root 102, that means that that distance has to be root 102. And now we have a right triangle. We have both the legs. We can find the hypotenuse. And this hypotenuse is the radius. So we know that the radius squared equals 1 squared plus root 102 squared. That's going to be 1 plus 102 is 103. Taking the square root, we have plus or minus. We can ignore the negative since we are working with distances here. And we have the radius equals root 103. Now I can look at this entire right triangle here and solve for x. It's going to be the radius squared plus the radius squared equals x squared. So in other words, x squared equals root 103 squared. It's just going to be 103 plus 103. So 206. And then we can take the square root of 206. Again, plus or minus, we can ignore the negative. And so we get x equal to the square root of 206. And that's going to be